Hey traders, my name is Anna and I'm head coach at Leverage. Today's stream, I know it's supposed to be a little bit different, but Amin is not joining me and it's only me today. But we're still going to talk about the topic of what makes a true trader, and I'll dive in as much as I can into it. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask them. Let's have a conversation and let's talk about what it really means to be a trader. And obviously, as traders, we will keep an eye on the chats to see the charts to see what is going on. And I mean, lately the things in charts, I'm not sure about like how you're trading, but for myself, it's been really interesting time. Market is moving, the price action is all over the place, and it's for sure interesting time in the market, especially someone who trades like GU, for example. I mean, okay, don't mind my analysis there, but yeah, this is 4-hour chart. So we can see that we opened with gap and we're pushing higher. And I'm really grateful for Stellian, who is our chief portfolio analyst in Leveraged, and he's really, really good at breaking down things and helping traders. So if you're not in Discord community, please join us, because the description, read the description, there is a link for the Discord, and please join us in. Let me put it on 15 minutes, and I just want to watch a little bit of GU currently. I'm just like curious what is going to happen, because I think the price might break these lows and we might move lower, because we're going with like a really nice bearish break in here. Like, let me put this one here. So we broke it, and then we again broke it lower, and we kind of struggle. We really struggle to make these, to break these highs. And this is, if you trade patterns, then this is like a double top here. But yeah, I'm really, really curious to see what is going to happen. But talking about the topic of, what makes a trader and what really is a trader, I can tell you that I sometimes struggle. So see, when I ask a question, what is a trader, right? So you can say trader is someone that is involved in financial markets, or trader is someone that buys and sells currency or different assets. Trader is someone that does this, right? So like many things, like many ways how you can say what is a trader and who is a trader. Hey Starboy, thank you for joining in. I appreciate you being here. So let's talk about it. Now, first things first is we need to kind of try and understand, so what is a trader? And I'll share my perspective on it. And I always struggle when it comes to like, what is like a full-time trader? So are you a full-time trader or are you not a full-time trader? And two things there. One would be, full-time trader is someone that makes full-time income by trading, right? So like, makes sense. So if you're a full-time trader, that means you make your money, right? You cover your living and all that based on what you make full-time from trading. So that's like one way to say it. And another way is, a full-time trader is someone that spends at least like 8 hours a day, because that's like full-time position, right? It's someone who spends 8 hours a day trading. Now, I'll tell you this, the funny story. When I started to trade, I said I'm a full-time trader now, because I'm giving a full-time attention to figure out the skill of trading. And yet I was not making any money. So am I a full-time trader if I'm not making any money? But yet I am spending 8 hours a day, and I'm backtesting, I'm learning, I'm working on my mindset. I'm really, really trying my best to like figure out this trading stuff. And from day one, I was like, well, I'm spending my 8 hours into figuring out this craft. I'm sure I am a full-time trader. So I'm just like curious, what do you think? Like, full-time trader, is it someone who makes money full-time, right? Or is it someone who puts all the effort into figuring out what is a trader? How can I trade? How can I make money with this? And yeah, it's like two things. One thing is like making money full-time, or putting effort, and actually like the time that you put in, the 8 hours a day, that's like full-time, right? You're just like really putting in that time to figure out how to trade, and then you can say I am a full-time trader. So hello Forex City, good to have you here. And that's like the one thing is, with trading, I find that so many times traders like to put labels on themselves. We'll say we're part-time trader, full-time traders, we just trade as a hobby, or we are swing traders, we are scalpers, we are this. It's like so many labels on it. And to be honest, I think it doesn't matter how you call yourself. Like if you want to say that you're a full-time trader, go for it, say it. And if you think you're a full-time trader because you make that full-time income, or you spend time on the charts for full-time, that's absolutely fine. So the first thing I really want to say, it doesn't matter how you say what kind of trader you are, or like how it goes, making money, not making money. If you are putting more effort into it, and like I said, for myself, full-time meant that I'm actually focusing and building my skill 8 hours a day and getting better as a trader. And then another really interesting thing is about like that deep top of being a trader. I know so many want to be traders, and yet we understand that trading, and I always say this on all the webinars, that it takes patience, it takes practice, but most of all, it takes ambition. And it's like, where does that ambition comes from to be that trader? And normally, again, I can share my story, I can share my experience. It actually comes from the point where, well, my ambition is built in finances, because I know that trading is very rewarding. And I've seen it happen in many traders' lives, where they start with these small accounts, they start with something really small, and then they can use prop firms like Leveraged, who offers the funding to the traders, and then they grow, and they do the like corporate, they have like the ladder of the career, right? So the same thing with trading as well, right? You can go really big. And I think what happens, what we put that all focus we put into that, well, I'm gonna make it big one day, and I think really what happens is, again, for myself, I can also say, for the wrong reasons, I'm chasing like wrong things. But in trading, if you've been trading for a while, you probably can agree with me that focusing on the end result, so on like financial side, making lots of money, freedom and all that, it's not a good way how to approach trading. What you should be doing, and I say this from the bottom of my heart and also from my experience, once you switch your mindset and you stop focusing on that outcome of, I'm going to be a millionaire, I'm going to make it, I'm going to help so many people, I'm going to do this and this and this, with that financial goal in mind, like let's try and move backwards, where you're like, I'm going to become the best version of myself. I'm going to work on myself. I'm going to figure out my habits. I'm going to figure out my daily routines. I'm going to put the time and effort into the skill of trading, because hello, it's not easy, right? and the thing is, so many traders, especially one-on-one coaching sessions, when I say, normally the first call is like when we get to know each other, we will talk about your trading plan, but then we talk about the expectation. And I'm like, so what is it that you're expecting? And so many of you, right? So many of you who come on those coaching sessions, they will like, well, I want to finish this challenge like in 2 weeks. I think then I can get funded. So I'm going to be consistent all the time. I'm going to make these payouts, and then I'm going to do this. Like all your goals, they're focused on that valuable, like the money, the monetary value, right? So that's the outcome that you're focused on. But then I said, hey, let's start with the expectation of actually putting the hard work in it, doing the hard stuff that you need to do as a trader. And like, it makes me giggle a little bit, because so many think that trading is easy. And I mean, I was one of those traders as well. But like now, when you really start to think about it, and when you start to do these things, you realize, hey, actually trading is more than just like chasing the monetary value and chasing those goals. So anyhow, I have a question here. It's not about the mindset or anything like that, but it's about the turbo. Okay, I wanted to ask on pay after pass challenge, which is turbo. Do you pay with profit, or you have to pay before you get the funded account? No, you actually pay. So you start 888 as an initial fee, right? So you pay like a very small amount to get your account. Then you start to trade with us. Once you reach your target, then if you want to trade funded account, you need to activate it. And basically, you need to pay the full amount of the simulation price, which is depending on what account you trade. But you cannot, pay it from the amounts made on simulation, because like that's a no. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. So you activate your account, and it has to be done from your personal funds, not from the amount that's on your account. And you also cannot trade funded account and then pay with whatever amount you're going to make, because hey, trading is not 100%. You're not sure if you're going to make money or not, right? So it's like maybe you go on losing streak for 2 weeks. So no, you can't do that. You need to pay from your own funds. Rob says, I'm a profitable swing trader, but we'll be getting your coaching when I get to the funded stage. Although that's great, Rob. I hope we can connect. I love all my coaching, my coaching traders. I have some favorites, like those are the ones really, really put the hard work in. So I'm like one of those people who just favorite people for their hard work. Okay. Hey, Danny, good to have you here. Danny is our trader who had payout multiple times. Really, really great trader. Really, really impressed with his skills. Okay. And Forex City says, okay, yeah, hopefully that made sense. But like try to go back to the topic of that difference, when traders are chasing the goal of that money, that I'm going to be rich, I'm going to make so much money, I'm going to have time freedom and everything. I really want for the traders to realize, and I wish there was someone who would told me when I was on my beginning of the journey that, Anna, don't chase it. Anna, don't do this. Don't do that. Like, I just want for you to really make sure that you focus on the skill. You focus on growing as a human being, right? As a personality, like growing your personality. So yeah, I think it's really, really, really important. And I mean, I can't even say how important it is, but it truly is important to understand on how important it is to not focus on the end goal, but how important it is to focus on the process. And very often you will hear me say that progress over the outcome, or process over the outcome. So we never focus on what's there at the end. We focus on where we are right now, that we are on the journey and we need to do things right now to get to that end goal, right? But to do them now, we need to make that shift, right? This is that mindset shift that so many struggle to do, including myself 10 years ago. And I think one of the reasons why it took me so many years to actually get to profitability. Sorry, guys, I'm losing my voice. One of the things what I really I struggled with to get to that profitability was because I was chasing. I was always chasing. I was not practicing my patience. I was not doing my reviews. I was not putting enough work to understand who am I as a personality and how to connect my personality to the trading style that I want to trade. And obviously also other things like I'm a 4. I need to figure out my trading style. I need to figure out how I'm going to do this. And like when I'm going to trade, how I'm going to trade. It's like those things are so important. And yet I was just like, I don't know, like when you fall in love, you have like these pink glasses and then you think everything is so nice. Everything is so great. And I think I had those pink glasses when it comes to like trading, because I was like, hey, I'm going to be a millionaire one day. It's great. It's great stuff. So yeah, but obviously that's I wish it was that easy, but it's not. Forex City says, how long have you been trading? Way too long. Now actually I've been in markets for over a decade. But like I would say my prop farm journey started 2019. 2018, that was like late 2018 and 2019. And when I started, I was like still struggling trader, just with some lucky moves. But yeah, it's been a really, really long time now. And I sometimes on my webinars when traders ask the questions, I'll be like, yeah, it took me years to get to some kind of profitability. And I feel like, I feel a bit embarrassed, I guess. But at the same time, this is my journey, and but for sure, like especially now in 2025, what I can say is that now traders have so much more support, education available. They have so much more resources, and like being a trader has never been easier than like being a trader now. And honestly, it's simply because, and I always say this as well, some will click with me as their coach and some won't, and that's okay. And I think the information is out there, but who we click with, or who we listen to, or who we accept to listen to, that's what matters. Because I probably, like what I'm saying here now, that to process over the outcome, that let's focus on making sure that our daily routines are set, that we know who we are as a person, that we have trading plan, risk management, like these are all the things that are out there on internet. I mean, use chat gtp and you will see that all information. But what happens is there's no connection between information that you receive, right? So that's what I'm saying. People will click either with myself or maybe Stellian, our portfolio analyst in the Discord. People will click with someone from YouTube, the influencers, someone, I don't know, someone like so many different coaches out there, right? So it's like, it is really, really, really important that you connect with someone, and that you let that information to come in. And I mean, I can say that as well from my experience, that it took me a while to understand that, like, yeah, I can find all the information, but how I'm going to click that information, like how I'm going to make sure that it actually, like, I do these things. And one of the ways was actually to get myself a mentor. And then I really had built really great relationship with the mentor. And then I was able to to figure things out much easier. Rob says, is coaching and mentoring the same thing? Yes and no. So it's like, it really depends. So coaching and mentoring, I think in some sense, it can be the same thing, but mentor and coach, I would say this. So coach is someone where you go and you just let them coach you, you let them lead you and guide you, right? But mentor is someone that you already look up to. It's someone that already has done something that you want to achieve. So, for example, if I go to my, you can say like therapist, right? They also call themselves like life coaches, right? So it's like I go there to get advice, like and they're like leading me and guiding me. But the mentor is someone that I look up to because they have achieved something that I want to achieve. So they're like two different things. Do you know what I mean? It's like, maybe like you can, obviously, maybe there's someone who will be like, no, they're the same things. But for me, like mentor is someone that has achieved something and I want to achieve that. So that's like mentoring. So they are mentoring you based on their experience. But with the coach, it's like more like they're like guidance. They are helping you to figure things out. They are helping you, like they're that guiding hand that you can trust on. And basically that's what I'm trying to say here. Like little difference in there. By the way, guys, I can see that Amin is actually here, and I'm going to bring him on in a wee second. There we go. Hello.
Hello, everyone. Sorry for being late.
Let's hear
I had
you.
a
At
time
least I can. Wait. Wait,
issue.
guys. Maybe you can. I can't. Let me see.
Can you
Okay,
hear
try
me?
again. Yay! I can hear
Okay,
you.
great. Great. So sorry for being late. I had a time zone issue. Now,
Time zone issues.
so
Yeah.
now it's all done. So what did I miss?
No, nothing, nothing. Starboy's angry here. Look at that. This is what used to pain most. I asked questions since, but you didn't see it, don't reply. Because you ask on analysis. Today we're really talking about mindsets, but we're gonna do analysis. Actually, you can join Discord later on. Amina's gonna do a live session, right?
Exactly.
And then you can do analysis on Euro GBP.
Exactly.
And it's going to be great and it's going to be awesome. Okay. So
Yeah.
please don't get upset. Let's try and talk about our mindset and all that. That's what I want. You know what? Just because you want something doesn't mean you're gonna get it. I know,
You
rude,
have to
right?
wait.
You have to
Be
wait.
patient.
Practice
But you
patience.
can come.
Patience
Yeah.
is good.
You come. But we do. trading live, and I analyze anything you want as assets and
Yeah.
reply to the questions. So, but for today, it's a very specific subject related to how what we decided to talk about as a deep talk about what makes a true trader. So
Yeah.
every day is a different subject. We have tried to avoid to go otherwise. That's it.
Okay.
But
Well,
Discord.
once you joined us, I'm sure not many people know, who you are, and maybe tell us a little bit about yourself,
Yeah, great.
um, you and all that.
So my name is Amin, and I'm right now directly streamer lead with Leverage.
Mhm.
Before I was, it's not only psychology for today, Starboy. It's everything related to what is a true trader. So it's included psychology, but not only that. It's only a
Mhm.
part of it. So for myself, I started getting interested in investment and trading in 2011, and I started doing seriously being in it as a beginner trader in 2017, 16, and I started with stock market. It was easy
Mhm.
to analyze and enter, and still to analyze, and the charts are more clean with stock market, but you need to be way more patient with the bigger markets. And
Mhm.
then shifted directly to forex because I wanted to be fast. I wanted quick money. I wanted very fast charts, and yeah, it was the starting of the losing side. So I was going doing. I was starting testing everything, all strategies. I was trying to get the holy grail, but it doesn't exist in
Mhm.
trading.
Mhm.
It doesn't exist a strategy when you win every time. It was my mistake as a beginner. So aside, I was doing chemistry studies. I was a chemist, and I was trying to finish my master and then shifting to starting of PhD. But I was also advancing little by little on trading, taking some win loss, and yeah, it gave me a good learning on many aspects. I was able to learn all different styles of trading, like scalping, day trading, swing
Mhm.
trading, position trading, even. And also, I was able to learn all the markets available to trade because I wanted to check. But yeah, it cost me money because at that time we didn't have, as we have now with leverage, you have to use your own money to trade. We had
Mhm.
brokers, but the maximum I was able to get is $100 bonus when I make a deposit, and that's it. So you don't have this facility of today. Today you have everything around you to help you to be a better trader. Before it was you by yourself. But
Mhm.
yeah, I didn't have, as she said, a mentor. I had only mentors by books, and so I was reading very good books to understand trading in the zone and other great books and some great traders that I saw. But it wasn't enough. I needed discipline,
Yeah.
and later came step by step. When the crypto market came, I was already in, and yeah, it was easy for me to start with crypto because I had already experience with forex and stock market, and where everyone was, yeah, starting as a trader with crypto. It's almost the worst part because it's very difficult to trade crypto when you don't have any experience and knowledge. You will lose money on the long run because it's very volatile.
Mhm.
So it's very risky to start with it directly. And most people we start it's most like gambling and not trading anymore because the high volatility it's very huge on crypto. So in 2020, I shifted directly from science to working in a crypto company, Web3, where directly I was inside the blockchain with directly helping people getting used to the markets and how to manage their digital assets. So this is where I was getting more professional more and more. So it was with the blockchain area, but on my side I was still doing my investment and trading. So I decided to shift my way of trading because since now I didn't have much time, so now I was starting to trade more on position trading. So when you do a position trade, you enter on an asset and you wait for a few months, even
Mm-hmm.
1 year or two, to get out of it. So it's working very well on some markets, others no. For crypto, it's very good, but you have to take a step back and have a good analysis on the monthly time frames,
Mm-hmm.
and it changed from the one who's trading on 1 minute time frame.
Mm.
Then after that, I started after 5 years of working in this area. I decided to directly shift to the company HFM, working directly on trading with the broker, but I was able to either manage accounts or help to monitor trading. So I was able to see where the people are failing and why on live and help them also to trade better. And now I'm here.
Awesome. Well, good to have you here. Thanks for being here. Okay.
Welcome. I forgot
I'm
to say,
curious.
I live in France. This is why I had the issue of time zone. Sorry.
We always laugh, but I mean that time zone is something that we hate, and hate is a strong word. But
Yeah,
honestly, I mean, I've messed up webinars as well with time zones, with time zone differences. So so that's okay, it happens.
it's okay.
But I mean, I always enjoy talking about trading topics that are not so much into like trading strategies or trading plans or risk management. I like risk management, but the topics that I really like to talk about is like how we can figure out like who we are as a trader, and then all that psychological part where we're figuring out and like very often I'll use this like being an onion, and you just peel the onion skin one by one, and then you
True.
like reveal who is it that you are. And that's why like we're let's talk about why it's so important to have good routines, why it's so important to build good habits, why
Habits,
it's so
exactly.
important to have discipline, because that all builds you into the onion, right? So each the layer, right? It's like that's what builds you into the trader. And it's not just a strategy, it's more than that.
Yeah,
And
it's not enough.
you
It's
know
just the start.
yeah, and it's really really different. So I'm like curious for yourself, because obviously you're someone with a lot of experience. Before we discuss this, I'm going to quickly answer the question that Forex City mentioned there. If someone wants to work for you, how can we apply? I'm from South Africa. Well, currently we're not hiring as like someone for the team, but if you mean like if you want to work with us as a trader, you can just go to our website, sign up for the program. We offer 4 programs, and then you can choose whatever suits you. So that's how it is. Um, but I mean, I really do have a question for yourself, because obviously you've been trading for a while. I want to know, when was that time when you actually realized is like that trading is more than just a strategy. Trading is more connected of like our daily routines and daily things that we do.
I agree. So it was during my first year of losing and trying to search for the best strategy. This is the rookie
Mm,
mistake. Looking
yeah.
for the best strategy that will give me 100% wins. It was my big mistake, but it took me a few months of stubbornness to understand. In fact, it's all about probabilities, and I have to accept when it's losing. That's it. I can't. If I'm not able to accept that, it's
Yeah.
not for me. So either I change for becoming a trader, or I change completely the area. So I had
Mm-hmm.
no choice, and since I wanted the freedom that brings me trading, so I decided to it's best to make an effort, and it's also better for me as a person. It's
Mm-hmm.
like it was opening in my mind at this moment when I understood I have just to accept the losing side of trading. It's part of it,
Mm-hmm.
and be consistent. Not try to change my trade and mid trading. Don't try
Mm.
to shift strategy during a trade. Don't try to up or remove my stop loss because the market didn't go as I wanted. This
Mm.
is not good enough. So it was for that you need serious reflection on yourself and be honest. If you
Mm-hmm.
can do that, you will not able to change. So you have to take a step back, pause everything, be by yourself in silence,
Mm-hmm.
ask yourself honestly why I'm losing without accusing the market, yeah, manipulation, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Just seriously, honestly, and if you are able to ask yourself like this, you
Mm-hmm.
will see you will change and progress. But it will either ask you to have a good mentor and coaching to tell you, or either you have to take big hits until you understand. The market will test you until you understand who you are. This is how it goes.
It is. I'm sorry, I'm struggling with my voice. I'm
It's okay.
completely losing it. So I needed to take a mint
Take some
so like
honey.
I'm not coughing.
Good.
But like okay, like couple of things you said there. It's first of all is that acceptance, right? So as traders, we need to accept the fact that there are going to be losses and there's no holy grail out there that never loses. And I had the same issue. I literally thought trading supposed to be just winning all the time and never losing. And I think for honestly, like I'll just say, for 2000, maybe for 2015, 2018, that was normal. But I think after that, something shifted in the trading space, and there were so many more traders sharing honestly, openly about their struggles. And I think
True.
especially 2020, because people had so much more time to be online,
This
and
is
I
true.
think then everything started to shift where we saw other side of the trading that was always hidden, because we only would see that there is this holy grail that trading is this awesome business where you're going to make so much money, you're going to have time freedom. But that dark side of working with yourself, struggling with acceptance, struggling to accept the truth that this is going to be hard, that was not really showcased in like for the public. And I think everything
Exactly.
really changed. Um and I don't know, maybe I'm just like delusional like that, but honestly, I do believe like now traders are speaking more honestly and speaking more truth, that this is, really a skill that requires a lot of practice. And that's what we're preaching in Leveraged. The company was built on idea that everyone is a trader, everyone deserves like to have that shot of trying to become a trader, right? And we understand that education is big part of it, coaching is big part of it. And I think, yeah, like maybe 2018, 2019, or even back, it was not that accessible, but also people were hiding that it is hard, and now people are more like,
True.
hey, it is tough. Um so yeah, but it's really interesting to hear, like, how I say traders understand traders, and it's simply because I feel like we all been on the same journey, like, we all lose, we all have these
Exact.
false expectations and all that, and then we figure things out. But yeah, one question I want to ask, like, what's your thoughts on this? Because for example, trader who's using really manual approach where they're just trading with the rules, there's no discretion, and they're only trading by the rules, they will say that trading psychology sucks. Like it's not needed. And I'm just like curious about your thoughts. Like, do you think trading psychology is something that traders need? Or if you have like a very manual approach in trading, then that's like, whatever. So I'm just like
So
curious, what do you
good
think?
question, but for me, it's not a need; it's a must. If you don't have it, you're not a trader.
Hmm.
Either you're not in front of the chart and someone is trading for you. Either you are gambling.
You're zombie.
No, you're gambling. Gambling. It's a gamble.
Oh,
You,
I thought you said zombie. Like you're
you
not
can
alive.
same when you're gambling. It's like you're a zombie, so you're not having a focus. You're just like for the thrill.
Hmm.
Um, so you need. It's not a need. It's a must for having. You have to control your emotions. This is why it's one of the most difficult job. The easiest to start, the most difficult to master,
Hmm.
because you have to control the emotions. This is it.
Yeah.
When the market is going against you, how you will react. When it's going on your side, do you cut the profit before that it goes on? This
Hmm.
is the most difficult part in all the aspect of trading, is the part of controlling the emotions and following the plan. I remember I had sticks on my computer saying follow the plan because I was so messing up my strategy, and
Yep.
I've back tested the strategy. It was good, it was
Hmm.
working well, great, and I was still not following nicely. So I decided to put something in front of me, and like this, how it has a constant reminder of me. Yeah, follow your plan. That's it.
Okay. Awesome. I'm just writing a note there. Actually, I used to have this approach as well. So where I would be like, follow the plan.
Excellent.
I would be like, these would be like my
Exactly.
favorite things to stick around. Oh no, my camera is not focusing, but I would
Exactly.
literally stick around on like on my laptop or my desktop, and I would have so many sticky tapes, just like saying, think about them, think about who you are, like follow the plan, and like really like motivational stuff, but also like something that you cannot break it, like you promised yourself. And
Exactly.
most like most often it would be not just like a couple of words, but it would be like I will write it to myself, and then it would be, Anna, you promised that you are going to follow the plan, or Anna, I accept the risk. Like, like it's just so important. And I heard you also said like that acceptance, right? Because it's so important. And traders, why is it important to accept? Because it is. If you can't accept the loss, then most likely you will make mistakes, like you will chase the trades, you will miscalculate your risk, or you will move your stop loss when you shouldn't be moving the stop loss. You only can move stop loss when it's in the profit, okay? You can't move to
Exactly.
make it bigger, right?
You need to move the stop loss only when it's back tested. If
Hmm.
it's your part of your strategy, you are allowed to move it. If not, don't touch.
Don't touch. Exactly. Do not touch your stop loss if it's not part of your strategy. And honestly, like in very rarely cases, I would see that traders, are moving stop loss higher or lower, like they're adding more risk. But obviously sometimes I would do it maybe like when it's the market closure time and the swaps come in, I mean the spreads come in, and if I want to hold that trade, I will exceed it, like maybe like I'll add a little bit more risk, and then after the spread is down, I'm gonna move back to where it was. Like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
like my one
That's normal.
exception. Yeah,
Yeah, so
that's like
like
my
this,
one exception.
it's normal. You have to adapt to the
Hmm.
correctly the spread, and also
Yeah.
sometimes when you see there is some ticks just on the left of the chart, and you know that it may touch them and go back. So you can move it from a few pips, no more, just to adjust the stop loss. You can
Just
adjust
adjust
it,
it.
but not double it to avoid the loss.
Mm-hmm.
This is not right.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, it's a losing trade for sure for later.
Mm. Yeah, and then you will struggle with acceptance even more if you mess your trade, and if you, like, I mean, just for curiously, for example, right? If you do something like this, let's say we sold in here and my stop wanted to be in there and I'm targeting the lows. If you start to do this, oh no, actually maybe above this high, I'm just gonna do this. And suddenly,
Not good.
instead of this, now you have almost like tripled your risk. And it's like that's just terrible thing to do. And if you are doing this all the time, you need to understand why. And the question why is that's the question. Like, question why itself is actually used so many times with psychologists, with like doctors that try to understand
Yeah, the
why
why is strong.
they're doing something. It's so powerful. Like, ask yourself a question: why are you doing this? Like, are you doing this because you're not sure if your setup is correct like this? Maybe you're not sure if this is the correct stop loss placement. Are you not keeping your stop loss and you're trying to extend it just to be give market more breathing space and like taking extra risk on, just so you can be like, oh, but maybe it does go that way? Or it's like, we always need to figure out, why do we do these things? Because maybe we don't want to be wrong, and that's why we're willing to put more risk on it, because we don't want to be wrong, because market maybe will do this, right? It's going to come up and then it's going to start to go
Exactly.
down. So that's why we're like, oh, but the thing is, if your plan says to put the stop in here, then you put it in there, and there's no
I
wandering
accept.
around and doing things. Like, you just need to follow it, right? And yeah, but the question why we're doing this, such a powerful question, such a powerful thing to do, also to just go and ask yourself, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Why is this? Why do you have this emotion? Why do you have that emotion? And the question why will help you to understand what kind of trader you are, what kind of person you are, and it's going to help you move forward in your trading journey. And that has helped me a lot. And I know personally I struggle with my big ego. Like, I honestly, like, it makes me feel laugh. I don't know why, but I struggle that market like gets me. Like, I should know better.
Yeah,
I've been trading for
it's a pain.
years. It's like, it's that big ego thing, and I'm like, I'm okay with losing money, but it's like, just the fact that I didn't, like, I was wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Being wrong, it's ah. So it's the most difficult part. Is it's a battle against
Mm,
yourself. This is
yeah.
why it's the most difficult. It's not like other jobs.
Mm,
This one you have to control yourself. When I was
yeah.
in chemistry in the lab, I just it was me and my in my lab with my projects. It's yeah, I know the reaction that's gonna work to know. But on trading, it's me against me,
Yeah. It
not
really
the
is.
market. The market is there, is doing the same patterns again and again, and
Mhm.
it's just me. I'm reacting to everything. I'm not when I'm wrong, etc. So it was the
Yeah.
most difficult part. Yeah, as you said, the battle of your soul. Exactly. Yeah. Keep it down. You're wrong.
Yeah.
Accept it.
Okay. Well, let's talk about why consistency matters in trading, and how to build a routine so we can actually stay consistent. Um, and I think this is the part that just takes so much work trying to figure out. Um, and I mean, for myself, like I said, I'm mom of four. So for me was like, I needed to figure out, how can trading not take over my life but be extension of what I am and who I am? And
Yeah,
that was like
sure.
really hard. That was really hard for me to like figure out, how can I build these discipline, like how can I build these routines and stay disciplined and consistent through through all that because I mean, just to figure out, what makes a true trader, it's not just like great strategy, risk management. It's also like you as a person, right? So like you build that trader, and yeah, for me was like I want to be a good mom. I want to be a good wife. I want to be a good friend, a good daughter. Like I put my life like first, right? And then I was like, when from that, I'm gonna be that trader. And that's how I started to build, and that's what I say. Working on myself was so, so good. And trading helped me with that because I realized I need to be the best version of myself just so I can show the best version of myself on the chart because that will reflect how you are doing in life. The trading will reflect. So for me was like first I'm going to prioritize being a good human, and then I'm going to build my routines, and I'm going to stay healthy, and like patience and all that, like and then it just like built into that trader. So yeah, and for me it was like super important to do it that way. I know traders who do it other way, like they really focus on the trading is like the center of everything, and then they build around it. So if like their strategy is like you need to be there for 2 hours screens, and then they will build it around it. And I think that's fine. I think that's honestly, I think it's absolutely
Exactly.
fine. But we just need to find it. And that's why like we need to build that routine to help ourselves to build the best trader. Or you can build the best trader and then build your routine around it. So and I think it's like it doesn't matter how it is. It's just as long as you do have those routines, as long as you do work towards being a better trader, I think it's great. I don't know. What about you?
So on my side, since I was tested by the market in many ways. It was a good struggle, but I've learned a lot. So with this, I was able to learn many trading styles, and
Mhm,
I understood that it depends. Some people will able to they are in their nature to be more impatient and want quick or the reverse, and for that, it's best to have a trading style suited for you, to your personality, and your
mhm,
life. And like this, it's better for you to, instead of forcing yourself to be a scalper,
mhm.
you have to understand it's not for you, at least not for
Yeah.
now. And you
Mhm,
have to accept that you have a busy life. String trading is better for you. So fix first on string trading, etc. So since I've learning all styles, I was able to adapt what
mhm,
when it was needed. Like when I don't have time, I will trade 30 minutes per day, even
mhm,
less. It was just to check up quickly the market
mhm,
and see if there is a swing trade to make, and that's it. And it
mhm,
was very easy to do. It was when I was in deep science, so I didn't get the 2 or 3 hours per day for focus on trading.
mhm,
But you have to have to achieve this. You have to learn and understand all what is needed. And the strategy is only one part. The second part is to understand risk management and also, as we
mhm,
said before, psychology. And for that, what helped me it was backtesting.
mhm,
Backtesting very well and making a good analysis of my data until I was confident to for the next trades. It's okay if I'm losing. It's part of my strategy, as I can see for the past 1 or 200 trade I've tested. I see that yeah, sometimes I will have 6, 7 losing strikes in a row. So when I'm
right.
prepared for this, I know it's okay. I lost 4 times without winning. It's
Yeah.
okay. I
Yeah.
see my backtesting in. Yeah, it's fine. But we need to not keep it in the mind. Sometimes
Mhm,
people backtest. Yeah, it's working good. They just tested 10 trades.
mhm.
It's not enough, and they didn't haven't wrote it.
Yeah.
You need clearly to everything you have in mind. You have to put it physically directly, either on. Before I was writing directly strategies, risk management on paper. It was near my bed,
Yeah.
ready to kick in. It was even better for me to be inside of me, and
Hmm.
so yeah, it's better for everyone. They struggle to be consistent, to backtest very well. Okay, it's just like training before going on a competition. You have to train before, but
Hmm.
you will have the fear to fight because you are not ready. This is why you will struggle. You will make mistakes. Your
Hmm.
guard is down. So the more you train and be prepared before the going live, the better you will be during the live session, and you will avoid doing mistakes. So on my side, backtesting very well and making good data analysis of this backtesting, not just yeah, plus one
Yeah.
I win, minus one I lost. This is not enough. You have to check more data from your backtesting, like you even have to draw like a graph. It's even better to see how it goes with the graph of your backtesting. You see your
Hmm.
account, yeah, it dips very well there and then it go up. So yeah, I have to get ready to take the dips of the account.
Yeah. I mean, everything is connected also in like trading, right? Like your data and your psychology, it's going to be connected. And it's funny how you say, like 7 losses in a row, and but your data is only like 10 trades. Like, it's so bad. It really makes me giggle. So bad. But I think, when it comes to like backtesting and like collecting that data and figuring out what kind of trader you are, I think it's also so important. Like if your data will go through more losses, you need to figure out, can you connect that with who you are? Like, what is your personality? Are you good with losing? And that's why I sometimes ask traders, like, what is your biggest loss? Like, not in one trade, but like biggest loss, like consecutive losses in the row. And they're like, oh, sometimes can be like 9. But then I need like just 2 trades and just gonna, cover it. So I'm okay with that. And then suddenly, sometimes I'm like, so what's your biggest losses like in a row? And they're like, oh, sometimes I can lose 4. I freak out after I lose 2. So there you go. Like, this is like different personality. And that's why it's so, so important to understand, like, who we are. And that's why the psychology actually is important. Like, and it doesn't matter what kind of strategy you trade, like how is it like the rules based only, and it's like really automated strategy. Like, I think still, if you're alive, you have emotions, and you will react to those losses. You will. And not only losses, I mean, people react to winning,
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
once it gets in their head. Like, I mean, it
They
has
get
been
greedy.
mine. Yeah, it really gets in my like, in a way where it's like, oh my goodness, I
I'm the
can tell you.
boss. Let's go. We double it.
know. I know exactly. That's what I'm like. This is like the worst thing. But honestly, I think when traders are losing, obviously, yes, they can get on a tilt and they will start to revenge trade and all that. But they are getting more like, oh, I'm losing, and like, maybe I should not. And but when you're winning and when you get overconfident, oh my goodness, you can you
Yeah,
can
it's
literally make so many mistakes because of
yeah,
that.
it's
So
even worse
um
sometimes.
so yeah, it's like it's really important to also know, it's like what kind of emotion, and how do you react to it when you win and when you lose. Like, it's both are important. But again, I am one of those traders who think that trading psychology, just like psychology all over, like figuring out who you are as a person, is really, really important in trading. And
I
if
agree.
you know who you are, you're going to have such a smoother journey. You're not going to be struggling as much as someone who doesn't know who they are. Um, So yeah, like clarity on knowing things and
Exactly.
understanding yourself and knowing about yourself. And honestly, all these things can be done by, start to work on yourself. Have a routine. um go for a walk every day, walk 10,000 steps, like drink more water, read more books. Don't just jump into conversation, absorb, observe, I think that's the word. Just like look more around, and and just ground yourself. And I really think that is important thing. It is really important to understand who you are, so you can then be a better trader. I
True.
know it's almost like poetic, but it's the
But it's
truth.
true.
Yeah, it is. It really is the truth. But the thing is also, I mean, I don't know if, yeah, I don't know if like how other traders are, like when, okay, let's say this. So you've been trading for a while and you've been trading one way and you think you have figured things out. And then what happens? You go on a losing streak and you lose your edge and everything changes. And then I think if you don't have good habits, if you don't know who you are, you will struggle 10 times more, 10 times more, because it's like everything is just collapsing. Everything is, already like just losing. Like everything is going down.
Yeah,
And that's
true.
why I think we really should work on ourselves and we should challenge ourselves to be better people. And honestly, I'll tell you this, if you eat healthy, if you exercise, if you work on yourself, if you work on being a better person, I mean, honestly, I see that you will succeed in trading much, much more than someone who is struggling with themselves, like struggling with acceptance of the loss, struggling with all these emotions affecting them and like trying to figure out, or like someone proving someone, like I can do this and that. Yeah, I'm just saying, guys, work on yourselves. And that's like the best thing I've done. I really worked on myself. I
Exactly.
read so many
Fix yourself
books.
in order to fix the trade.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't know. I really wish that more traders would understand that trading is just not the charts. Trading is just, it's not just charts, candles, different
It's
strategies
the
and
last part
patterns.
and the most
Really?
easiest part.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, come on, preach.
There's a
Talk
lot of
about
stuff
it,
to do.
you know? But no, that is really the truth. But anyhow, so being a trader is not just about knowing how to read charts. It's not just about knowing how to use a trading platform. Is really more also about knowing who you are. It's
Exactly.
having those routines, having the discipline, having the mindset that's like solid, hard mindset where you're just, who you are and you're rooted into that. So, and
Exactly.
I
You have
wish
to.
more traders would understand that. I really do. I wish me 10 years ago would understand that. Like, honestly.
The ego. The ego. We had a big ego, so
Mm, yeah.
even the truth was there, but we've been blinded by the ego.
We've been blinded. That's so true.
So you needed to understand with time, and yeah. So sometimes, as we said, yeah, the ego can be a blocker to learn. Like for now, we've been able to pass this, but I like to get still learning reminder
Hmm.
of either psychology, risk management, other stuff, even if I know it, etc.
Hmm.
It's part of the growth and journey. The
Yeah.
reminder is important because nothing stays still. We need
Hmm.
to keep up. Like I train, I do beside martial arts. If I stop training, I will get losing. I will lose my skills and my kicks will be less good more and more. It's not because I had what time mastered the kicks. Now I
Hmm.
stop training my kicks. No, I have to keep them at this level. So everything
Hmm.
we've been good at it now. Right now, we have to keep having good reminder for it because it's not locked in. We have to keep training that. it's the same for all aspects in every
Yeah,
area.
really is. Really is. So we just need to build on ourselves, who we are, and then that slowly will start to reflect into our trading. So what really makes a true trader is not just strategies, it's not understanding risk management, is not knowing the patterns. It really is not. What makes a true trader is a combination of things, yes, including the strategy, but also combination of your daily routines, combination of knowing yourself, understanding your emotions. So being a true trader, it's not again just about the charts. It's so much more. It's like you are building this almost like persona of a trader, and it just takes a lot more. You need emotion, you need control, you need understanding, and yeah, that's why I think being a trader is really, it's a hard job. It really is a hard job because it takes a lot, but it's a beautiful thing. It is a beautiful thing. And for me, because I built myself up first, just so I can be the better trader. And I'm really thankful for that because trading is like an athlete. We're performing. We're in performance field where we need to perform well. And I mean, if you're mentally not well, if you're physically not well, you won't be able to perform, right? So that's why I really think that trading is more than just, just charts. So, and yeah, but I really enjoyed this chat. Thanks. I mean, it
Very good.
was
Yeah, a true
really, really
trader,
good.
you said, is the one who truly know himself, and from that, will able
Yeah,
to, yeah, he know what is his main points or weakness, and he will adapt to it. Either he will
yeah,
adapt to his weakness, or he
mm,
will work on it. But the ones who
yep,
doesn't know,
yeah.
like,
We'll figure things out. Let's figure things out together. But anyhow, guys, we're going to end the stream right now. Thank you so much for joining in. Really appreciate you all. And we'll see you tomorrow for another stream. And then the next week, Monday to Thursday. And also, like, again, please join the Discord because Amin is doing the Discord live trading sessions Monday to Friday, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I'm
exactly,
right.
exactly. I will do
Yeah.
trading
So,
live session.
yeah. Thank you so much for joining us here today, and we'll catch you another time. Thank you, guys.